The Denver Broncos are rumored to be moving on from Russell Wilson this offseason. And honestly, it seems like a little more than a rumor at this point. So today, we are going to be rebuilding this Broncos team without Russell Wilson, and we are going to be drafting his replacement. And honestly, despite the mistake that was trading for Russell Wilson, I feel like this team has a ton of potential. But I am super excited to get into this rebuild. It'll be with a rookie quarterback I haven't used in a rebuild yet, and a team that I haven't rebuilt in quite a while. But super quick, if we can get to just 2,000 likes on this video, which we have been easily destroying lately, I have a fun, realistic rebuild planned that is kind of the opposite side of this. I will rebuild a team with Russell Wilson, where Russell Wilson is, projected to get traded to or signed to. So just 2,000 likes and I will do that. Let me know y'all want to see it if you do. Plus, I would very much appreciate if you like the video. It really helps out the channel. If there's anything I could ever ask you to do, it's just that. But also, the channel has been growing insanely quickly, so thank you all for that. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to hit 50K within the next week or so, which we are on pace to do. So be sure to subscribe if you like Madden rebuilds, because that's literally all I do, and it'll make you an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, definitely. And massive shout out to Justin for the suggestion of this video. Their link is in the description. I think they were the first to suggest this. And if you want to shout out, or if you just want to let me know what you want to see, let me know that down in the comments. Any realistic rebuild ideas, any chaotic ones, whatever you can come up with, let me know down in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into this rebuild. And now for what we're gonna do with Russell Wilson, I think he's gonna remain on the team for a little bit, and I think he's gonna be a post-June 1st cut. Or no, it'll have to be before the offseason, I guess. Or else they'll owe him $37 million guaranteed. Okay, I see. Don't want to do that, but let's get into the offseason. Let's cut Russell Wilson, and let's see who we want to re-sign for this team. It's gonna be an interesting offseason. But let's start this off. Oh, did I wait too long? I mean, the new league year shouldn't have hit yet. How does this work in Madden? Is it bad for me to cut him right now? Because Madden doesn't exactly have, every detail of contracts. I mean, well, let's see. We have the 5th-year option for Pat Surtain. They just picked that up today in real life. That's a no-brainer. Lloyd Cushenberry, I definitely want back. We'll go 3 years, 24 mil, and he takes it. Josie Jewell, he's been pretty decent, but he's not interested. He's also almost 30. We could definitely get younger there. Honestly, it's kind of just a lot of older players here. Some guys that are decent that get playing time, but I feel like the Broncos are going to want to overhaul this roster in the offseason, so that's what we're going to do here. I don't really want any of these players back, so I'm going to make that excuse. Let's get into free agency. And we'll just cut Russell Wilson. Oh, I can't. All right, well, now I can. And let's see, we might go through and make a few more cuts here, because for being a bad roster, we don't have a lot of cap space. DJ Jones is a decent player, but he wasn't as good this last year. I'm sure this is going to pain Broncos fans, me cutting these players here. I don't know how they feel about DJ Jones, but it'll save us 10 mil in cap. And I think Tim Patrick is the only one we're going to cut other than DJ Jones. That will also save us almost 10 mil. He's a good player when healthy. It's just, unfortunately, he hasn't been healthy lately. And we definitely have other options at receiver. And there are some interesting free agents this year. But I think we're going to be going kind of light in free agency. I say that, but we're going to go for Josh Allen and Malcolm Roach. The reason I say we're going light, though, is because I don't think we're going to get Josh Allen. He'll probably go to either the Commanders or the Patriots. But, I mean, we might as well try. The Jags will probably tag him in real life, but they didn't tag him here. So we'll take advantage of that, or at least try to. And then Malcolm Roach is just kind of a band-aid option there. He has star dev. He's only 26, so why not? I wanted a corner, but there isn't really anyone I want. I kind of wanted Bryce Hall, but the Lions were super interested. We couldn't match their offer. So we're just going really light this first year. So let's see if these two want to sign. They both do. And yeah, we get Malcolm Roach. Josh Allen goes to the Patriots. That's tough. But hey, I mean, I expected it. But here we are at pick 12. There are still some good players left. Roma Dunze, Joe Alt, Olufushanu. But of course, we are going to go with JJ McCarthy. I also see rumors of them going with Bo Nix. I would maybe like that more. I'm not the biggest JJ McCarthy fan in the world. I just think he's pretty unproven, but he has a ton of upside and he could become really good in the NFL. You never know. But let's take him here. 48 strength. I didn't make that rating. 94 throw power, hidden dev. We'll take it. And our next pick, unfortunately, isn't until the 3rd round. This team did trade up to get Riley Moss last year, so we could maybe try him on the outside at corner. I don't know how much I want to bank on him working out, but we could do that. I think we'll go with Mason Smith here. I mean, we did cut DJ Jones. This Broncos D-line isn't great or anything. I do like Zach Allen, but he's pretty much all we have at this point. I guess we did get Malcolm Roach too, but it wouldn't hurt to add another, so we'll go with Mason Smith. Hidden dev, good strength, good speed, good looking player overall. I don't know if I've used him in a rebuild yet, so we'll see how he does. But last pick I'm gonna take. Corner depth at the very least definitely doesn't hurt, and he maybe could even start this year, so we are gonna go with Max Melton out of Rutgers. Another hidden dev. For my draft classes, I have a lot of hidden devs. I have lower overalls, but I gave them good dev traits. Still a big work in progress, but I do have a lot of players made now, mostly. Not perfect, but they're at least made. But let's get to the end of this draft, and we will see how we did. But here's how we did in the draft. JJ McCarthy is a 72 overall. This draft looks terrible on paper, I know. But like I said, a lot of overalls are lower for pretty much everybody. I didn't know I had Mason Smith at only a 66, to be honest. I thought I had him better, so I might change that, but he at least has hidden dev. I don't really know what the CPU did later. It picked Gavin Hardison, even though we already, took a QB. I guess this will be our backup, but we already had Jarrett Stidham. So yeah, not the best looking draft class on paper, but we got our QB, we got some good depth where we need it in future starters, and let's get into year 1. But the team's looking decent heading into the season. I mean, as decent as your team can look after, cutting the quarterback that you gave up a lot to get. We'll see how JJ McCarthy does. To be honest, I feel like he might need to sit in real life for a year, but I guess you never know. It's hard to say because it definitely does help, but some quarterbacks just randomly don't need to. I guess if they're a good enough scheme fit, even some raw quarterbacks can look good year 1. We'll just have to see. I don't expect rookie of the year for McCarthy, but hopefully he does pretty well here. And the defense is looking pretty decent. I guess it's definitely not great, but it is very young. We're going to keep Drew Sanders at middle linebacker. I know they tried him at edge and he was decent, I think. I don't know. I didn't really see. I just heard that he was decent. But we'll move him back to middle linebacker because we definitely need him there more than at edge. I don't think we'll do well this year. This is definitely a developmental team, but I guess you never know. We definitely could surprise. Overall doesn't really matter in simulation. It's just kind of random. But let's get to the midseason point of year 1, and we will see how we do. Okay, well, we are 3-4. That's honestly pretty good. I thought we were going to be like 1-5, 1-6. We're almost mid. We'll take it. We actually have a really good offense, a top 5 offense, and a bottom 5-ish defense. I guess for yards allowed, we're 15th, so are we going to make the playoffs this year with an 80 overall team, really? I'm going to be disappointed if we do, because I know we're not going to make the playoffs again once we actually have a good team. We'll see. I mean, I guess I'll take it, but for re-signings, we have a lot. Maybe that's why we're doing well. Everyone's playing in a contract year. I think I'm going to try to bring all of these guys back. The only one I'm not going to bring back is Jerry Jeudy, because, I mean, there are rumors of them trading him away. I thought about it last offseason, but I didn't really want to. So I don't think we'll bring him back, but there are a lot of starters. Jaquan McMillan, Caden Stearns, Garrett Bowles. All right. And we only have 119 mil to work with. I guess that's enough, though. Javonte Williams will offer 5 years, 53 mil, and he takes it. My throat's all fucked up right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm struggling, but I'm trying my best. 4 years, 69 mil for Justin Simmons. He takes it. Quinn Miners, 4 years, 50.4 mil. He takes it. Wow, players are being nice. I'm surprised. I'm not used to this. I say that, and then Baron Browning's gonna reject. This is cheap, but also long. Sure, 6 years, 54 mil. He takes it. Jaquan McMillan, 5 years, 33 mil. Another really cheap deal, and he doesn't take it. Okay, that's the first player to reject us. And then Caden Stearns, I mean, we can maybe upgrade. He isn't interested. If he becomes interested at the end of the year, then we'll think about it, but he isn't right now. But let's get to the end of this season. Again, I don't know if I want to make the playoffs or not. We'll see what happens. I just want to do well when we actually have a good team. Is that too much to ask? Apparently. Okay, well, I guess we didn't have to worry about making the playoffs this year. We finished 6-11. We won 3 more games and lost what? 7? We went 3-7. Not great. I mean, I wouldn't have hated making the playoffs if I knew we had a chance later on in the rebuild, but we'll get a good pick this year. Ooh, and J.J. McCarthy was actually really good as a rookie. 4,100 yards, 32 touchdowns and 10 picks, 71% completion percentage. Is this Broncos offense just cracked? Is this a good playbook? Ooh, maybe I'll regret re-signing Javonte Williams. He did hit 1,000 yards, did have 13 touchdowns, but only 3.8 per carry. That's not great. I think that's about what he had in real life this year, but, you know, he was like coming back from an injury still in real life this year, or still a little slowed down from it. Could be a big breakout this year in real life. I know I asked the question of the day in the last rebuild, or a couple videos ago, who do you think is going to be a breakout? Javonte Williams is a potential option. I'm sorry for when he gets a season-ending injury, because now that I said that, it's probably going to happen. I'm sorry. But Courtland Sutton, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. Damn. Also 1,000 yards for Jerry Jeudy, only 4 touchdowns though. Where did our touchdowns go? I guess that's all spread out, but I thought we would have more 10 touchdown receivers with 32 I don't know why I assumed that, but I did. But Marvin Mims, 700 yards, 7 touchdowns. Greg Dulcich, 600 yards, 6 touchdowns. The blocking wasn't great. It was really bad. Garrett Bowles was awful. He normally does well in simulation too. I don't know what happened here, but he wasn't good. And he's in a contract year, so I don't think we're going to bring him back. Alex Singleton led the team with 132 tackles, 117 for Sanders, tackles for loss, 12 for Allen, 11 for Benito, and sacks, or lack thereof. We had 6 for Baron Browning, 4 for Zach Allen, 3 for Alex Singleton, and a half of a sack from Nick Benito in almost 1,100 snaps. That's probably 500 pass rush snaps, and he got half a sack. Probably more pass rush snaps than that. That's great. But interceptions, 4 for Pat Surtain, 2 for Caden Stearns, and then 1 for Singleton, Sanders, Simmons, and Skinner. Lots of S's. Literally all S's. What is this? The Broncos have a type, apparently. But Dak Prescott wins MVP. Big shocker. Drake May ended up on the Vikings, and he was up there for MVP. I'm kind of surprised J.J. McCarthy wasn't up there. The Chargers kept Austin Eckler, and he did really well. That's something. Courtland Sutton all the way down at 9 with 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's crazy. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack. No Broncos. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, well, I was wrong when I said J.J. McCarthy probably won't win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He does win it. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jared Verse on the Titans. Interesting teams here. But let's get into the offseason, and I think I know what we need to fix. It's pretty apparent. 2 things. Wow, what a Super Bowl. 2 elite teams in real life. 2 teams with new coaching staffs this year, new head coaches. The Falcons beat the Chargers 28-21. I mean, I'm glad to see a division rival didn't win the Super Bowl here. That's always a bonus for us. I mean, I wish we were in that Super Bowl and we won it, but again, we're not at that level of team yet. But we get an upgrade for J.J. McCarthy. I'm going to assume he got a dev up, and he did. He is at superstar dev at only 22 years old. And let's see if we got any other dev traits. Maybe one for Courtland Sutton? Okay, he did get one. Brevin Spanford has superstar dev. I don't think that was my doing, necessarily. He might have just had that already. I might have created him, though. Maybe the player I created him over top of, who didn't end up declaring this year, had superstar dev. I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, we'll take it. And then on defense, did Alex Singleton have it, or did he get it? I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's 31. He did get it. And Jaquan McMillan got star dev. That's actually pretty huge. But let's see who we still have to re-sign. I think Jaquan Millen was one of them, right? He was one of the ones that rejected us, I think, unfortunately. Or I guess the only one that rejected us? I can't remember. We still have Jerry Jeudy. We're not going to bring him back, even though he was pretty good. I mean, I focus scouted receivers, so that's going to be what we draft probably. But we'll try to re-sign Jaquan McMillan. We can up it. I mean, this is way too cheap of a deal. It still is probably, but 4 years, 40 mil. And he doesn't take that? He was only asking like 4 years, or no, he was only asking 2 years, 11 mil. I'm not going to tag him for 23 mil. I guess I could, because I don't think we're going to have much else to spend money on this year, but I don't know. We'll re-sign Caden Stearns. He is interested now. 2 years. 2 years works. 2 years, we'll up it a little bit. 11.6. He takes it. Garrett Bowles, I am good. I mean, he would probably play better this year, but I don't know if he will. And then everyone else is just backups for the most part. And let's see if there's anyone good available in free agency. We do have a lot of money this year. Okay. Yeah, just a few good players. players. Nick Chubb, Brandon Ayuk, Javon Holland, Joel Bitonio, Charveri. God damn. Well, this is like one of the best receiver free agent classes I've seen in a while, and of course it comes in a year where I focus scouted receiver. Great. Awesome. Nico Collins still only has normal dev. I would give him a better dev trait if I could. It's just, you can't give him dev traits outside of franchise, as I always say. I don't know why that's the thing, but whatever. I don't know if we can get Brandon Ayuk. He isn't interested, but do I really want to pay another receiver? Let me think about this. How much longer does Courtland Sutton have on his deal? It expires after the season. This is a weird situation. Cutting it with, should I cut him and then sign a receiver and then draft another? I mean, he was so good this year though. I don't want to do that. What do I do here? What do teams do in this situation? This is a weird situation. I mean, it's a good receiver free agent class, but God, I'm trying to think. I want to look for a corner too, maybe a D lineman. I mean, that could be something we draft. We're in a really weird situation. We don't, you could make an argument that we need everything, but we could also be fine doing almost nothing this offseason, at least in terms of free agency. I don't know. This is weird. I think we'll draft a left tackle because I don't love the class here. Ooh, and Demarcus Lawrence is insane in this game. What if we go for him? I mean, he is old, but our pass rush was terrible. We'll try to get him, and I think we might draft a corner. Here's my plan for the draft. We'll look for a tackle round 1, corner round 2, or the other way around, depending on who's there. And then for free agency, these are the players I'm going to go for. It's going to be Demarcus Lawrence. We are going to try to get Nico Collins. We're going to be paying 2 receivers, and then Marvin Mims will be the 3rd guy on a rookie deal. And then we're going to try to get Leonard Williams. Again, kind of weird to be paying 3 D linemen, but it's still not that expensive. I think it's only like a $40 million per year group, which isn't cheap, but it isn't like insanely expensive for the players that'll be there. And we can cut one of the others whenever we want to, really. I mean, I don't want to cut Zach Allen, but Malcolm Roach we could replace with a rookie. We'll see. But Demarcus Lawrence, Nico Collins, Leonard Williams, let's see if these 3 want to sign. And we get Demarcus Lawrence and Leonard Williams. Nico Collins, we're still the only team interested. Let's see if he wants to sign now. And it looks like he does. Okay. Really good free agent class. And let's get to the draft. But in the draft, we pick at number 9. It's an interesting free agent class. I didn't even look at the corners yet, honestly. There are a lot of really good looking ones though. Paul Jackson is interesting. His ratings aren't that good. He doesn't have the best man coverage, but he also has 4.3 speed. He's elite speed. He only has solid acceleration. I don't think he's that good. I mean, he's good, but I think there are better corners available. But the reason I didn't even really look at corner is because this tackle class looks insane. There are like a million first-round tackles. Now, I don't normally like taking tackles because usually guards are just better to take, but when it's this good, we'll try to find one. But if none of them look that good, I'll probably just take a corner. Charles Sutton looks pretty good, honestly. He's not great, though. He doesn't have an A for any blocking stat. I guess he might have A run block finesse, maybe. I mean, he has A impact block, but I'm talking about like the pass and run blocking. Andy Carmichael looks interesting, but he has really bad power and really bad pass blocking, but he had a really good combine. Ooh. Okay, Theo Woods might be the best looking tackle, but his strength isn't that good, but he is insanely athletic. Elite speed, change of direction, agility, and acceleration. I don't know if he's worth it, but he looks fun. I don't know. I just don't have much experience taking tackles, so I don't know which one's good. Eric Van Buren looks good. He honestly looks really good. I mean, probably like a 75 overall. Is that worth taking in the first round, though? I don't know. Kind of like Theo Woods. There are so many first round tackles. Let me count them. I'll include first to second. There are 12, and I think a few have already been taken because there were like 3 straight up first round talent left tackles. I think there were 15 first round tackles. Should I go with Theo Woods? I don't know. He's such an interesting player. Let me look at the corners real quick. Oh, this dude looks really similar to the other corner. He has elite speed, but only solid acceleration. This guy at least has elite jumping and change of direction, though. He has worse zone, but better man, and I think worse play rack. I don't know if this guy's great either, but the speed is crazy. Andrew Wake looks good. Elite speed, great acceleration. He's also 6'4". Not that that really matters in simulation, but that's insane. Frank Gary looks really good. Okay, there are really good looking corners later. Should I go with DJ Campbell though? The only thing is he doesn't have an A coverage stat and he only has D play rec and only solid acceleration. Like, he has flaws, but I mean, he's insanely fast, but he's only gonna have like 95 speed or something and like 89 excel, 90 excel. I don't know. This is a tough off season. This is difficult. We'll go with the corner. We'll look for a guard later. DJ Campbell's gonna have normal dev because I'm gonna pick him, but let's take him. Okay, no, he does have hidden. See, how's a 4.28 and a 4.24 only 96 speed, 90 excel? Like, I don't understand this game. I mean, he's 1 speed faster than I expected, but I wouldn't say 96 speed, 90 excel is a 4.24 and a 4.28. I don't know. But he's probably pretty good. And the tackle I wanted got taken. That's not really surprising, but let me look at the guards. Oh, I might have already found a good one. He doesn't have the best awareness though, but elite strength. JD Sherman also looks really good. He looks really similar to the other guy. Lucas. Huh, that's something. Calvin Robinson looks pretty good in day 3. We might take him later, just to have really good depth. Okay, I think we are gonna go with Braden Vincent. I wish he just had slightly better awareness. I wish it was A awareness. I'm fine with it being a B. Hopefully it's not anything worse than that. I wouldn't assume it is, but I guess it could be. How do I feel about him playing at tackle though? He at least has B pass block. He's definitely a better run blocker, but at least it's a B. Yeah, we'll take him. I'm spending too much time on this draft. We'll take him. Hidden dev, 95 strength. We'll take that. And let's see, last pick. Is there a good linebacker available? Amari Clancy looks decent. Gordon Farr looks pretty good. Manny Craig also looks pretty good. He's not very fast though. Ooh, Nate McLaughlin. Ooh, okay, he's gonna be the pick. Elite speed, A play rec, A zone, B tackle, B block shed. Hopefully A awareness. I'm fine with it being a B though. Let's take him. Bruh. Only normal dev, but he looked like a really, really good player, so we'll take it. But I might make 1 or 2 more picks. We'll see, and I will see y'all for the draft recap. Hopefully we did better than I think we did. I'm not sure if we did well, but I guess we'll see. But here's how we did in the draft. It was something. DJ Campbell's a 79. That's about what I thought he would be. You know, not perfect, but pretty good. Good coverage, well, good enough coverage, good press, great speed, and of course hidden dev, which I'm kind of surprised about. Braden Vincent I thought would be a little better. He was a 76 at guard, only a 74 at tackle, which, you know, I thought he would go down at tackle. I just thought he would be like a 78 at guard or something. I'm sure I made the wrong picks there. I'm sure there were 2 better players. I don't know. Nate McLaughlin is a 76. I really wish he had a dev trait, but he is a really good player. Probably a first-round talent in what, the 3rd round? Yeah. And then Peter Gaffney, which isn't that the... Wait, that's the name they use for Bill Belichick, or the one they used to? I don't know if that's the one they still use. Also, I didn't even notice, he's only 20 years old, which big tip here. That's not great phrasing, but big advice here. Look for playmaker receivers with at least B medium route running. They're usually really good. I mean, if they have like F everything else, then probably don't take them, but if they look decent at everything and then like B medium route, definitely take them. I mean, this guy's very much not a scheme fit. He's only a 69 physical. Nice, but also not nice. And then I made these 2 picks. I don't know what I was doing. Those weren't great. But I want to see what was... I'm going to be so sad in about 5 seconds here. What was the tackles overall that I was thinking about? Wow, these tackles aren't very good. It was Theo Woods, and he was a 75. That was a good prediction. He's only normal dev though, so glad I didn't take him. Yeah, tackles just aren't good. I don't know why. Who was the other one? Was it Carmichael? No, it was Van Buren. He's a 74. And I think we also might have gotten the best corner. Paul Jackson was the same overall. He also has hidden dev, so maybe he has a better dev trait. I don't know, but we literally did about as well as we could have with those first 2 picks. So we'll take that. But let's get into year 2, and we will see how the team's looking. It should be better than last year, but will we perform better than last year? Hopefully. But here's a look at the team heading into year 2. It is something. Couple changes on offense, obviously. Nico Collins and Braden Vincent. Our offense was really good last year, so I can't wait for it to be one of the worst in the league this year. It's going to be great. And then our defense was one of the worst in the league last year, so I can't wait for it to be one of the best in the league this year. Maybe not, though, because we made a lot of good additions. We added Leonard Williams. What's this dude's first name? DJ Campbell. I can never remember player names, honestly. The generated players. Oh, yeah, and also, this guy was just a UDFA. Roy Peel, 74 overall. Only 21-year-old slot corner, so I definitely picked him up. I forgot to re-sign re-sign Jaquan McMillan. I mean, he wasn't interested anyways. I'm sure some other team was probably interested and he probably would have signed with them, but I guess we got his replacement. I'm interested to see how DeMarcus Lawrence does too. Hopefully he does better than Nick Bonito's half a sack last year. This is a very, very young defense though. Really, our only older players are Leonard Williams and Justin Simmons, and I guess DeMarcus Lawrence now, but a few rookies starting, a few just younger players. I'm interested to see how the defense does. But let's get to the midseason point of year number 2. I want to say hopefully we do better, but we'll just have to see what happens. This could be a certified EA moment. Wow, we're doing worse with a better team. Who would have guessed? We're 2-4 at the midseason. Shocker. I guess we only have, an 83 overall team, but still. Let's check our dev traits, though. I don't see any revealed on offense. Somehow Vincent still isn't revealed yet. I guess we haven't played that many games yet. Only 6, but almost revealed. Campbell only has star. That's tough. And I'm assuming Vincent only has star. Gaffney could have a good dev trait. We'll see. And if he does, honestly, we could just let Cortland Sutton go. I mean, I know he was really good last year, but, we can't pay literally everybody on this team. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But who do we have to re-sign here? Pat Surtain, that's tough. Cortland Sutton, like we saw. Greg Dulcich, Zach Allen. How has Zach Allen been doing? Not bad, but not great. I mean, the TFLs are nice, but the sacks aren't super high. We'll see. We'll bring Pat Surtain back, obviously. 5 years, 118 mil. That's really cheap, and he doesn't take it. Okay. Cortland Sutton is really cheap. Yeah, I would do this. 3 years, 38 mil. He takes it. I didn't know he was going to be that cheap. Greg Dulcich, 3 years, 22 mil. Again, very cheap. Zach Allen, we'll see, and then it's mostly just backups back here. So we'll get Pat Surtain back at the end of the year. I don't know why he rejected. He said, I'm going to take this offer, but I just won't right now for some reason. Love that. But let's get to the end of this season, and I think we'll be picking high once again. And what a call. Guess what? One of the worst offenses in the league, one of the best defenses in the league, after it being the other way around last year, with us only getting better on both sides of the ball. I love this game. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It's weird that always happens, but we once again finished 6-11, almost the worst offense in the league, again after having one of the better offenses in the league last year, and we actually ended up with one of the worst defenses. Great. Okay, what? That might be the biggest fall off I've ever seen. Did I mess something up? Did I unknowingly change our offensive playbook? He went from rookie of the year to probably the worst quarterback in the league. 25 interceptions. That was the most in the league by a decent bit, but having 6 more than Jacoby Brissett and Mac Jones with 19. Probably the worst passer rating in the league. I don't know how anyone could have a worse one than that. Yup. This game is something else, man. This game shaves years off my life. Usually big fall-offs like that do not happen in this game. I mean, fall-offs happen, but not one of the best quarterbacks in the league to the worst. That's fun. Javonte Williams, 1,200 yards, 5 per carry, 6 touchdowns. He was really good. Nico Collins, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton was all right. Greg Dulcich was all right. Blocking was really good. I thought that was going to be the problem. Our rookie left tackle only allowed 5 sacks on the season, and he has superstar dev. He's also only a 67 pass protect, and he only allowed 5 sacks. I'm sure if he was like a 76 pass protect, he would have allowed like 15, because I feel like they coded this game backwards. But Drew Sanders, 129 tackles, led the team. 124 for Nate McLaughlin as a rookie. Tackles for loss. What a fucking weird season. Okay, we had a ton of TFLs. 23 for Lawrence, 20 for Williams, 17 for Browning, 15 for Allen, 10 for Sanders, 10 for Roach. But sacks, 9 for Baron Browning, which is nice. Zach Allen did really well. This is the lowest sack amount I've ever seen DeMarcus Lawrence get. I've seen him get like 25 before. He had 4.5. Okay. It would save us money to cut him. I might do that this offseason. We'll see. In interceptions, we had 4 for Surtain, 1 for Campbell, Simmons, and Stearns. I'm honestly not too worried about the team. I think this is just a Madden simulation moment where the team just... There has to be one of those seasons per rebuild where the team just massively underperforms. I'm going to assume this is that season. I don't know why that's a thing in the game. It shouldn't be a thing in the game. Underperformances happen, but that's usually an injury thing or just something being unexpectedly bad about the team with maybe unproven players, but that shouldn't be a thing in this game. Maybe every once in a while, not once every 3 seasons. I don't know. I guess we don't have the best team on paper, but the way we were bad was stupid. But we have a Super Bowl rematch. The Eagles beat the Chiefs this time, 35-30. That's something. But oh yeah, I forgot to check awards. It's probably locked now. That's great. But we did just get an upgrade for Nate McLaughlin, who went up to Star Dev, by the way. So I'm going to assume he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He did. That's huge. He needed that dev trait, and he does get it, so we'll take that. We didn't win any other awards, but apparently, but that's fine. I wouldn't imagine we got any other dev traits either. Maybe one for Drew Sanders, but yeah, none on offense. Oh, and Drew Sanders did get Superstar. So did Baron Browning, and Leonard Williams went up to X Factor. Okay, we'll take that. What did Leonard Williams do? Was he that good? Oh, he just had a ton of TFLs. Really not many sacks, but a lot of TFLs. But let's get to the re-signing period, and we'll see who we want to bring back. It's going to be another really interesting offseason. Okay, I want Pat Surtain back, obviously. We'll go player friendly, 5 years, 142 mil, and he takes it. Zach Allen, he was good this year, but I would maybe rather get younger there. He was like our best D lineman, but I'm assuming that was a fluke. I'm hoping Leonard Williams will do better next year. I don't know. Peel somehow didn't go up a single overall throughout the year. I mean, he put up some stats, I guess. I don't know how he didn't develop at all, but I think we're gonna let everyone go, and we will see who's available this year. I don't know what we need. I seriously don't know. We need better quarterback play, but I'm not gonna replace JJ McCarthy, obviously, and that was really our major issue, and that's it. Oh, Micah Parsons is here. George Kittle. This team needs help. It needs something. Are we gonna go fully crazy, like borderline unrealistic? Maybe. We might need to. Let me restructure some deals and we'll see what we can do. And you know what? I'm gonna release Ben Powers. It'll save us 12 mil. He was like our worst lineman this year, so we can find a different one. But all right, hello? Why is nothing loading? Here's what we're gonna try to do in free agency. We're going crazy. I don't want to be bad anymore. We're gonna try to make this team insane. We're gonna go for Micah Parsons, George Kittle, Harrison Butker, Michael Dixon, Dylan Parham, just to replace Ben Powers, just as like a band-aid option. He's a lot cheaper. And then Brandon Colbert, this corner, we don't really need to sign one. We could probably just draft a corner, but he's good depth. Who cares? Well, nah, we have Riley Moss. We have Max Melton. We're fine. We'll draft one. But we're gonna go for these players here. Again, maybe unrealistic. Do I care? Not really. I'm sure someone's gonna get mad about it, but it is literally a football video game. The fact that people get mad in my comments about what I do in franchise is insane to me. I just want this team to be good, so we are gonna try some interesting shit here. Let's see if we can sign these players. And everybody signs except Dylan Parham. Who do we get? Okay, we get Micah Parsons, George Kittle, Harrison Butker, Michael Dixon, and Dylan Parham. Do you want to sign now? If he doesn't, that's probably fine because we can just draft a guard. But he does sign. Okay, cool. I'll probably draft a guard too anyways. But the team should be looking good now. And let's get to the draft. But this year in the draft, we pick at number 8. I don't know if we're ever going to do well. We will see. But who do we want to take here? It did the stupid thing where it just says every player's top 5. So I cheated and went in and looked at like how good these players actually are, because we should know. Like it shouldn't be doing this. I don't remember who's actually good, but there were a few 76s. I just don't remember which ones. I remember Montague was one of them. He's a 76 overall, and to be fair, he looks like it. He looks really good. I would probably take him anyways, but not yet. So is that cheating? Maybe, but like I said, it's something we should know because it's my focus position, but it's just being stupid. Shocker. I'm full of complaints today. I'm sorry. I usually am during rebuilds, but Rodney Newell looks really good. I might go with him round 1. Duke Hunt. That sounds like one of those Mike Hunt names. That's kind of funny. That makes me want to take him. It isn't that funny, but it's kind of funny. Gio Canty looks pretty good. I definitely like the top corner the most. There was one other. This was the guy. Gerald Newton. Great speed, great excel. He looks really good too. There's another corner, Cortez Davis. He looks, ooh. Okay, he looks really good. Elite speed, change of direction, and acceleration. B awareness, B man, B zone, C play rec. I mean, I'm gonna go with this corner. Do we really need another corner though? I mean, we kind of do, but is that worth a top 10 pick? Ooh, you know what? I know I said I don't like taking tackles, but Frank Hood looks pretty good. I don't know. He's definitely not worth a top 10 pick, but he's, again, probably like a 75. Lorenzo Tate also looks all right, but again, I just feel like tackles are better to take, or guards are better to take than tackles. All right, do we need another corner? No, but, well, we do, but is it worth spending a top 10 pick on? Probably not, but it would be kind of funny. So let's go with Rodney Newell. Or should I trade this down? Nah, trading down is for losers. Let's go with Rodney Newell. Hidden dev, 94 speed. Cool. Now we have, hold on, where did we pick? Campbell was a top 10 pick, right? Yeah, number 9. 9. And then Pat Surtain, I think, was pick 10 in 2021. Or was he 2020? I can't remember. No, he was also pick 9. So we have 2 pick 9s and then a pick 8 now at corner. It better be good. We're going to have one of the worst pasties in the league. It's going to be great. But now let's look for another lineman. We're really just taking corners and linemen in this rebuild. Well, I guess we've only taken like 1 lineman, but still. Dion Henson looks really good. Maybe I should just wait and take him, because I do want to go with one of the D linemen. I just don't remember which ones are the good ones, honestly. I mean, like I said, I remember Montague, but he's also kind of a 4-3 defensive end. Do I really care at this point, though? We could just bulk him up a little bit. I mean, Zach Allen's undersized. He was a 4-3 defensive end coming out of college. Yeah, we'll go with Nate Montague. He has the strength to do it. Like, it's not like he's weak or something. We'll take him. Hidden Dev, 88 strength, 83 speed. Cool. There goes one of the guards I was looking at. I mean, I don't think that's the one I was going to take, but of course, has to happen once per rebuild. Let me look at these guys. I don't think I ever looked at them. Marcus Bass, or Bass, probably Bass, looks pretty good. Dalton McQueen, he's interesting. I don't know what we would do with him because we're kind of looking for a tackle here to replace Mike McGlinchey. He looks good. Dalton McQueen, welcome to the team. Hidden Dev, 91 strength. And you know what? Let me take one more lineman. I guess you can never have too many. Okay, Dion Henson is still here. He could be a tackle. He's only 6'4", 301, so yeah, definitely a tackle build. And he has B-run block, which is always good to look for pass protector tackles. I wish he was a little stronger. I mean, he has good strength, but he also doesn't have that good of strength. I mean, 30 bench reps, 32 at the combine, or 32 at his pro day is good, but that's only decent strength, so I don't know. He also has some elite, some good ratings, so we'll take him. Only normal dev. Usually pass protector guards do have normal, so that's fine. We'll take it. I think he's good. But I think I'm just going to simulate the rest of these out, and we will see how we did. I think we did pretty well in this draft. Okay, well, here's how we did in the draft. It was pretty good. Newell's an 80. That's about the lowest I thought he could be, but at least he is an 80. I thought he would be like an 82, honestly. There was probably a better corner I could have taken. I don't know. I don't care. There was a really good running back, 84 overall, Jamario Caldwell. That's a fun name to try to say. But yeah, that was the best corner I could have taken. There was also Duke Hunt was pretty good. Kind of wish I went with him just for the name value, but Newell's a year younger and an overall better, so whatever. I guess we'll take the better player if we have to, you know. But Nate Montague, like I said, is a 76. Dalton McQueen is only a 73 for some reason. He's 67 pass block power, but also 91 strength. Why? I hate players like this. They're stupid. Like, I don't know. And then Dion Henson is a 75. He's probably going to go down to like 74 at tackle, but I think I'm fine with that. And I think he might be our starting left tackle this year. We'll see. Yeah, he's a 74. Nah, I don't know. We still have Mike McGlinchey. We'll see what we want to do there. And then my last pick was Antonio Hughes. He's whatever. I just took him because he had B block shed. It's only a 73. Okay, cool. Let's get into year 3 and hopefully we can, you know, have more than 6 wins this season. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. It is much improved from last year. Again, now will it matter? No. But all I can do is make the team good on paper, and it is pretty good on paper. I'm still unsure about the offensive line. I don't know how it's gonna do. I could see a down year from it. We'll see. Hopefully JJ McCarthy does better than this year. Hopefully it's more like his rookie year. I guess we'll see. And then the defense is looking really good. A couple of rookies starting again in Montague and Newell. You know, a few X factors on defense now, a few superstars. And we have an 87 overall defense. It is pretty damn good. So we'll see what happens this season. Let's get to the midseason point, and hopefully we have more than, you know, 2 or 3 wins. Okay, no, we're 3-4 again. And our defense is bad again at the midseason this year. So we went from good offense and bad defense at the midseason year 1. We had a bad offense and a great defense at the midseason last year. And now we have a mid offense and a bad defense at the midseason this year with an 87 overall team. I doubt an 87 is the best in the league, but where does it rank? Well, the Falcons also have an 87. The Chiefs have an 88. Okay, we're changing our playbooks. We are tied for the second best roster in the league. All right, what are we switching to? How we feeling about the good old classic Kansas City offense? I'm feeling it. Well, it's really our defense this year, but I mean, neither is working, so why not change both? Let's see. Like I've said, I like the Tampa Bay defense. That's the one that works for me. We'll see how this works. I just smacked my mic. That was probably really loud. I'm sorry. That probably sounded insane. I am interested to hear that back. Oh, okay, we got some good dev traits this year. Newell has X Factor, so that was definitely definitely a good pick. That was a better pick than Campbell. And Montague has superstar. That's huge. McQueen only has star, but that's fine. That's what I expected there. Oh yeah, and Gaffney unfortunately only had star last year, but that's fine. He doesn't really get any playing time anyways. But new playbooks, we'll see how this works. Let's get to the end of the year. We'll probably miss the playoffs again, but hopefully we can have a good year 4. I want to make the playoffs at least once in this rebuild, please. This is like bordering on the worst rebuild I've ever done. Not because I'm building a bad team. It is almost the best roster in the league. It's just Madden Sim is absolutely just the worst thing ever. Oh yeah, wait, never mind. I forgot we have re-signings to worry about. Drew Sanders, Marvin Mims, Leonard Williams. We only have 16 mil to work with though. Let's see. Drew Sanders is probably the one I want back the most because he is superstar dev, but he hasn't really developed that much and he's not interested, but he is really cheap. We'll offer him 5 years, 37 mil, and he doesn't take it. Great. Leonard Williams is gonna regress. We might re-sign him at the end of the year though. Caden Stearns we can probably replace. How's Lloyd Cushenberry been doing? One of the best names in the league, obviously. He hasn't been great. Last year he was good, but so far this year he's already allowed 4 sacks. Huh. We also have DeMarcus Lawrence here. He's been, I mean, maybe he's been doing better this year. Yeah, he has been. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to free up some money at the end of the year. We should be able to free up a ton though. But let's get to the end of the season now. We'll see what happens. Okay, well, shockingly, here we are at the end of year number 3. And if you've seen one of these videos before, y'all know why we're here. So before I reveal how we did in year 3, if you haven't already, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. Again, 2,500 likes, I think I said, and I will do a rebuild with Russell Wilson instead of without Russell Wilson here. Not on the Broncos, I mean. I won't do a rebuild with Russell Wilson on the Broncos, but whatever team he is rumored to go to, there are a couple. I'll rebuild that team with him. And of course, like I said, be sure to subscribe if you like Madden rebuilds because that's literally all I do. Normally, they're a little more successful than this, but also Madden's kind of terrible. Oh yeah, and also let me know what team to do next if you have any fun ideas. But it looks like changing the playbooks definitely worked. Playbooks are like the only thing that really matters in this game because in year 3 we finished 11-6 and we made the playoffs. Honestly, our stats weren't that good, at least like, well, we had a top 5 offense in terms of yards, but points per game we were only 15th. Defense we did well in everything except yards. Interesting. Really interesting. But JJ McCarthy was better than last year for sure. Not as good as his rookie year, but 4,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, 10 picks. I mean, we'll take anything that wasn't last year. Almost a nice completion percentage. Javonte Williams, a little worse than last year in terms of yards per carry, but 1,200 yards, 4.4 per carry, 14 touchdowns. Nico Collins, almost 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. George Kittle, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Mims was decent. Sutton, I wish we got Sutton more involved. I didn't know he wasn't gonna be involved. That's kind of tough. Ooh, okay. Braden Vincent. There it is. That's what I thought he would do his rookie year. 15 sacks allowed. That's tough. Don't know what we're going to do about that. But Nate McLaughlin, 114 tackles led the team, 111 for Sanders. Tackles for loss, 17 for Parsons, 15 for Montague, 13 for Lawrence, 10 for Sanders and Williams. And sacks, finally we get some pressure. 14.5 for Parsons, 8 for Lawrence. I realize this is just the Cowboys pass rush, pretty much. 6 for Williams, 4 for Montague. And interceptions, 3 for Simmons and Newell, 2 for McLaughlin, and then 1 for a few players. But MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Lamar Jackson. Breece Hall on the Bengals for some reason. That's interesting. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Micah Parsons at number 2. Of course, we would get cucked by a division rival. It doesn't really matter because Parsons is already a 99, but still. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Sterling Pruitt for the Bills. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, we get cucked by 2 division rivals for Defensive Rookie of the Year. John Leonard wins it for the Chargers. Newell at number 2. Montague at 6. Kill me. I mean, at least Newell already has X Factor, but he would have gotten XP and all that. But we are going to be taking on the Dolphins in the wild card here. They do have a good roster. They had a terrible defense, though. They honestly didn't have that good of an offense either. I'm surprised they made the playoffs. They have a good roster, but that doesn't matter. We're probably going to lose this game, though. Let's simulate it out. Okay, no, we do win. We win 31-14. We kind of smoke them. We didn't have a first of many scenario, though. Oh, we have Sean Payton, not Mikey McDingle. I forgot I kept Sean Payton. I don't know why I chose to do that, but I did. But now we're going to be taking on the Bengals, and they actually did well this year. Well, they did well on offense. Their defense wasn't great. They had the second worst pass D in the league. We're now up to an 88 overall too, so we have 3 overall on them. This will probably be a close game. We'll see what happens. I say that, now we're going to get smoked. And no, it was kind of close. We win 35-27, and hey, we're in the conference championship. Like I said, changing playbooks definitely worked wonders here. We have an upgrade for Nate McLaughlin. We'll take that. But we are going to be taking on our division rival, the Kansas City Chiefs, in the conference championship. We'll see how this goes. They had the best offense in the league for yards, second for scoring. Their defense wasn't great, but it was on a similar level to ours. I would be fine with losing this game. We have a playoff rival scenario. I mean, we're so close in overall that I can't really complain too much if we lose. We will go chess match. I feel like we're more deserving than the Chiefs at this point because we've been through hell in simulation, but let's see what happens. And yeah, unsurprisingly, we lose 32-26 to the Chiefs. You hate to see it. But let's get into this final offseason, and we will try to really finish off this team. Pause. But I thought that said 42-2. The Chiefs beat the Giants 42-21. They double up their score. But as for re-signings, like I said, I want Drew Sanders back. He rejected us last time. We'll up his money a little bit. 5 years, 58 mil. That's fine. We can maybe upgrade there. Honestly, fuck everyone here. Let's just see who's available. We probably will bring back some of these players in free agency, but we might as well see if we can upgrade. So I'll restructure some deals, and we should end up with a decent amount of money to work with. Hopefully. Ideally. Oh, okay. It is definitely a good free agent tackle class. Jordan Mailata, Ryan Ramczyk, who apparently might retire this year. We'll see. Laramie Tunsil, Ronnie Stanley, who is always available. That's about it, though. There's some punters, kickers. There's Rasul Douglas, but the last thing we need is corner. Bobby Okereke's here. Okay, like I said, we're going to go for some upgrades this year. DeMarcus Lawrence got superstar dev. I think I'll bring him back, but maybe on only a 1 year so it makes him play better. That might be a good strategy. It genuinely feels like players do play better in contract years in this game, which I'm surprised about. Maybe they don't actually, and I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just insane, probably, but it feels like they do. But let me look through and we will see all the players we want to go for. Okay, well, we're going to spend every dollar we have, pretty much. I mean, we have 2 mil left, but we're going to go hard. We are going to go for Laramie Tunsil, Bobby Okereke, Drew Dahlman, Leonard Williams, Deshaun Elliott, and Keanu Benton. We have the lead for every player here. We're pretty much the only team interested in most of these players. I'm sure most of the teams in the league are broke at this point because they don't know how to manage cap space in simulation. They also love to take quarterbacks in the draft when they don't need quarterbacks, so that's always fun. Like in the last rebuild where, or honestly, the last 2 rebuilds. The last one, a team drafted Drake May. He won Rookie of the Year, and then they signed Tua in free agency to replace him. In the one before that, it might have been Drake May again, and the exact same thing happened. It might have been Caleb Williams. I can't remember, but this game needs help. Please, can we get some other company than EA? But we are going to go for all these players. The team could be a 90 overall. We'll see. But let's see if these players want to sign. I'm assuming almost everyone will sign. Everyone does sign, and I think we got everybody. Tunsil, Okereke, Dahlman, Williams, Elliott, and Benton. I think that was it. Yeah, we got everybody we were going for. That's huge. And honestly, I don't know what to do in the draft now. We're kind of good. We're probably just going to take the best player we can find with our first pick. So let's get to the draft and we will see what we can do. But now here in the last draft, what do we want to do? There isn't really anything we need, like I said. However, there were more good-looking corners this year. I'm not going to take one. Forrest Barnes looks really good, but I mean, he's probably like an 80-ish. There were some insane-looking ones, though. They had all A's. I didn't check their speed or anything. But the safeties here, Antoine Riddick looks ridiculous. I'm hilarious. And then Tyrell Barclay. Oh, I don't know which one's better. Barclay is better zone, but Riddick is better speed and just athleticism overall. This is tough. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but we don't need a safety. This is just a straight up luxury pick at this point. Barclay, is it just Barkley? Am I saying it weird for no reason? I mean, it spells Barclay, so I'm going to say Barclay, but I don't know. I don't know which one's better. I'll go Barclay because he at least for sure has a man, and Riddick might not. We'll go Barclay. Hidden Dev, 91 91 speed, 93 excel. We'll take it. We'll probably start him. We might start him. We'll see. And there was one really good looking receiver. I wonder if he's still available. He is. I didn't really get a close look at him, but just looking at him here, he looks crazy. Maybe he's not that good. I mean, he looks good. I just don't think he's going to be like an 82 overall, like good enough to start. So let's look for a guard. God, it's doing the top 5 thing again. I wish it wouldn't. I wish we could actually know how good these players are. Walker looks pretty good. Hoover looks pretty good. Waldron looks pretty good later on in the draft. Ooh, Nick Manning, what's your strength? Good strength. He's not a great run blocker. Andrew Murphy looks pretty good. I don't know. There isn't a lineman that screams amazing to me, but they all look good. Again, the right guards don't look great. I think I'm just going to take the best guy available, Tyler Walker, great strength. He looks good, but I don't love the finesse, and that's kind of our scheme. I kind of like Hoover more. Or should we go with the center, Nick Manning? That might be what we do. I think that's what we are going to do. Nick Manning, good strength, good speed, great excel, great change of direction, good ratings. We'll take him. Hidden dev, 87 strength. I'm surprised he is hidden. Like I said, normally pass protectors don't, but I guess he's a center. He's not a guard, so I don't know. He looks really good. And then if that receiver happens to still be available, we'll take him. I don't think he will be. He isn't, but there's another A deep route receiver. Oh my God. Okay, he looks better. Elite speed, elite acceleration. He ran a 4.24 at his pro day. A deep route, A spec catch, potentially A awareness. It probably isn't, but even if it's not, that's fine. We definitely don't need receiver, but God damn it. Normal dev, of course. Why would a 4.24 speed receiver have potential? That would be ridiculous. No way. But yeah, 97 speed, 98 excel. He's gonna be a good overall. I'm hoping. But I'm gonna simulate the rest of these out. I might actually take one more guard. We'll see. But I will see y'all for the draft recap. Larry Fitzgerald. What a name. He's back. And a linebacker for the Panthers. Oh, okay. Well, honestly, I'm a little disappointed by our overalls. I thought Barkley would be like an 82. I'm sure the other safety was. Oh, is this just no, it wasn't a terrible draft class. There were a lot of good corners. Of course, Riddick was an 81. Of course. Oh, well. Doesn't really matter. Barkley is still good. Nick Manning is a 77. He's better than I expect. I thought he'd be like a 75, but he's a really good player. And Bart Torrance, I thought would be like a 78. He's only a 76. I don't understand how drafts work, apparently. I don't know. I thought I did. Nobody's the overall I thought they would be. I took Tommy Smart for some reason. He looked really good on paper. B-man, it's only a 73. All right. Paul Edwards, the CPU picked. I didn't take him. I mean, I definitely took him. Smile. But he, 78 finesse, 79 speed, 90 strength at defensive tackle. He looks crazy. This was it was a good draft technically, just based off the overalls of players we got, but I thought it would be better. But let's get into the final year and we'll see how the team's looking. If we don't make the playoffs this year, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, we made them last year, but morale is low right now. Not for the game, for me. But here's a look at the team heading into the final year of the rebuild. It is good. I kind of thought it would be a higher overall heading into the year. I mean, I predicted a 90. It's an 88, which I guess is close, but I just thought filling out as many needs as we did, it would become, you know, a few overall better. It only went up like 1 overall, though. We went from like an 87 to an 88. Oh, well, it's a good team for sure. Now, will we have success? That's a different story, but we deserve to. That's the thing. It's just about it actually happening. And to be petty again, let's see where we rank in the league. With an 88 overall, we have the best roster in the league. The Chiefs have an 87, so do the Falcons and the Giants and the Lions. But we are an 88. We are the best roster in the league, so it's going to be great when we finish 9-8 and miss the playoffs. Yippee, can't wait. There are times where I want to force win our schedule based on like the overall of the team we're going up against, and this is one of those times. I'm not going to do it because I don't think people would like if I did that, but we definitely deserve to do really well this year. But anyways, let's get to the end of the season and we will see how we do this year. Okay, well, once again, here we are at the end of year number 4, and y'all know why we're here. And you know what? I almost forgot to do this. Definitely a little late in the video, but question of the day. Let me know this down in the comments. What's a good question of the day? This is probably a little early to, you know, ask this because we haven't even hit the off season yet, but what team in real life do you think will improve the most next year based on their performance this year? I kind of think the Panthers. I mean, I thought they would actually be pretty decent last year. Not like great, but maybe 8 and 9 or something, but they were one of the worst teams in the league. Maybe the Patriots. Those are my 2 guesses. I mean, it's not too hard to improve from like 2 wins, but those those are my answers for most improved team next year. Let me know your answer down below. I mean, you can answer the same thing if you want. Maybe you have a different answer. I also think the Raiders could do pretty well. Maybe the Falcons. We'll see. And as for dev traits, unfortunately, Barclay only has star. That sucks. But Manning at least has superstar dev at center, so that was a good pick. This O-line became really good all of a sudden this year. Hopefully Vincent did well at tackle. But in the final year of this rebuild, we finished 12-5, and we made the playoffs once again. Now, we got smoked by the Chargers, 34-7, so hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. But let's go super quick over our season stats. We'll get through this quick. JJ McCarthy, almost 4,300 yards, 36 touchdowns, 12 picks, really good completion percentage. Javonte Williams was really good this year. Really, really good, honestly. George Kittle, almost 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Nico Collins did really well. Outside of those two, I mean, Gaffney and Sutton were decent. The blocking, okay, Tunsil was terrible, but the rest of the line held up really well. McLaughlin had 141 tackles. Tackles for loss, 12 for Parsons and Browning. And sacks, weird numbers. 21 for Parsons. He was insane this year. 11.5 for Williams. He was very good. 8.5 for Montague. Only 4.5 for Baron Browning, though. Isn't that how many he had last year as a backup? No, he had 0 last year. Okay, I don't know why I thought he had 4.5. Well, he had 9 a couple years ago. But yeah, he wasn't great. And then interceptions, 2 for McLaughlin and Surtain, and then 1 for 4 players. Still not many picks, but it is what it is. Dak wins another MVP. I hate this game. Offensive player of the year goes to Lamar again. Javonte Williams at number 6. George Kittle at number 9. Nice. Defensive rookie of the year, or player of the year, goes to Micah Parsons. We'll take that. Nate McLaughlin at number 9. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Dwayne Cosby for the Dolphins. Porter at number 5. And defensive rookie of the year goes to Parker McCullers for the Colts, the other horse team, I guess. Barclay at number 6. But we did get defensive player of the year, so that's cool. It doesn't really matter, but it's cool. I'm glad Parsons did well. And we have a breakout D lineman before we lose to the Jets here. It's going to be Keanu Benton. That's cool. I don't know if he'll get that, but hold the Jets to less than 100 rushing yards or get Keanu Benton 1+ interception, forced fumble, TFL, or sack. We'll see if that happens. But potentially final game of the rebuild. I wonder who their QB is. Sometimes they sign Geno Smith. I've seen them get Bo Nix, and that's who they get. They get Bo Nix. That's kind of fun. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but I guess you never know. They also have a lot of young, decent backup QBs. But let's simulate this game out. I think we all know how this is going to go. We smoke them. That's how it goes. Okay. 37-14 is the final score of that game. We absolutely destroy them. We have a lot of scenarios here. But for the breakout player, Keanu Benton does hit it. That's huge. He only had normal before? I thought he got star. Well, he did now. We'll take that. 5,000 XP too. I was going to say those standards seemed a little low to go from star to superstar. I for some reason thought he had star already. But we have was this playoff rivals? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. We'll go chess match. I just always go chess match. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm sure it does in some way, but I don't know. And we have a hot opponent scenario. Shout out Bobby Schmurda. We will go be confident. Y'all know me. It's weird to not see Mikey McDingle at the podium. I need to use him in the next one of these. I don't know why I felt like sticking with Sean Payton. I just did for some reason. But let's simulate this game out. It's going to be a tough one. I don't think we'll win, but I hope we win. And we do. We kind of crush them. We beat them by 15. We win 35-20 over the Chiefs. The Titans had the best defense in the league. Well, at least in terms of yards, in terms of points per game, they were 11th. But they only have an 85 overall defense. I hate this game, dude. It's so bad. Why? What is this scenario? I don't know what I clicked on. It's probably the recap for the playoff rivals if it wants to load. What is his hair doing in the back? Is that how his hair looks in the back? I guess it probably is. That's interesting. And then a recap for the hot opponent. I don't remember what this gives us. It might give us XP. I think this one's pretty good. The hot opponent. Playoff rivals is kind of whatever, but I think hot opponent is good. George Kittle's back, and we get +10 all that and 2,500 XP. Yeah, that's definitely nice. God, we're gonna lose to this team. I mean, I've said we're gonna lose the last two, but I don't know. We have a chance here. The Titans had the better defense. We had the slightly better offense, it looks like. But for points per game on defense, we allowed less points. They just had a better pass D, so I don't know. There's no point in trying to guess. Let's just see what happens. God, dude. We lose to the 85 overall Tennessee Titans. And we have a 91 overall team now from all the boosts and XP and everything like that. And we lose to the Titans. You hate to see it. I don't even care who wins that Super Bowl. I guess we'll never know. But thank you all so much for watching. This was, I would say, a fun rebuild, but it was fun to build this team. This is an insane team. This is one of the better realistic rebuild teams I've had in a while. Well, we had like a 92 overall not that long ago, but before then, this is the best one in a while. We got JJ McCarthy up to an 88, up to a 92 with morale, superstar dev. Were we fully realistic? I don't know. You know, we added George Kittle and Micah Parsons in the same offseason. That's definitely questionable, but hey, they were available and I just signed them. It's not like I did some weird trade to get them. But this was a lot of fun to build this team. We deserved a Super Bowl. We'll pretend we won the Super Bowl because we were the best team in the league. But again, I really hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, 2,500 likes. I'm smacking a lot of stuff. I just hit my controller. That was probably loud. But again, 2,500 likes for a rebuild with Russell Wilson on a different team. And subscribe for more. We're trying to hit 50K really soon. It'll make you an OG of the channel if you care about that. I would appreciate it. But thank you all so much for watching. And with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.